One of my friend, he told me, "Hey, what's your preparation level?" I said, "No, I'm preparing on my own. I have the specification with me, so I'm going into that." And he told me that definitely it will take several years to complete your fundamental engineering. I surprised. Why it will take several years? In case of, because you definitely you're going to become a very big successful project engineer. At that time, you have to compete with the other engineer who is sitting opposite to you. So will you able to do that? He asked that important question and it triggered me a lot. So already I feed in my mind saying that if you clear a fee, definitely you will clear PE. I should not defeat it on my own words. So that pressure started immediately. Last FE gave me one good lesson. So what I did, I have not followed reference handbook. So I am telling this to the young guys. Very first day, you start your preparation along with your reference handbook.
Hi, Poornakumar.
Hey Vasim,
How are you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing very well. It's a bright Sunday morning and the first weekend after the end of my live training sessions for FE Electrical and PE Power. So, for the last 3 months, 12 weeks non-stop, I had been going through the live training, and this is a nice change. And for students on the other end, I mean, they've been actively preparing. So, many congratulations to you on passing the PE Power exam in the first attempt, and you jumped into PE Power right after FE Electrical. So, how about Poornakumar? You give us a brief overview of your academic background, your professional experience, and then dive into your FE Electrical preparation, your PE Power preparation, and the whole 9 yards.
Sure. First of all, thank you very much, Vasim, for this wonderful opportunity. Yeah, I would like to definitely. I'm going to go over with my this journey here. I completed my BE degree, a Bachelor of Engineering in Electronics and Instrumentation, in the year 2005. So it's a 4-year degree. I started by 2001 and I completed in 2005. So right after that, I jumped into my master's in Power Electronics and Drives. So basically, it is a 2 years degree. So I completed in 2007, and I got placed in one of the company called BJR Energy Systems Limited. Actually, basically, the company is designing and procurement and constructing the power plants. So I started my career in coal-based thermal power plants. Then over the years, I jumped several companies, and finally, I jumped into Tata Consulting Engineers. It's basically a engineering consulting company, and I converted my experience into gas-based power plant from the coal-based to gas-based. And I worked around 5 to 5.5 years in India. I worked one of the major international project, which is a 1200 megawatt power generation. I was the key engineer for that. I took care of all the equipment procurements, preparing specifications, and bid reviews, and everything. And mainly, another thing is I was a layout engineer. I designed the entire power plant over there. So that was my experience international way, because that project is in Algeria. So I right after that I came to United States in 2019 September, and I started my career here. In 2020, my one of the mentor, he immediately told me, "So, hey Purna, you are doing good here. Why don't you start your preparation for PE?" Right after, immediately he said, "You start your preparation for PE." Then I started digging into that. Then I stepped back because I came to know about the toughness of fundamental engineering. So it's almost around 17 subjects, which I already studied in year 2001 to 2005. Then I stepped back. I tried myself to waver off from the fundamental engineering. So that is a setback. So here is the keynote. So we should not step back in any of our in our life. We have to go into that and get into that and get the success from that. Then I started my mind. Okay, anyhow, so we have to do fundamental engineering. So I decided myself in 2023. Then I started slowly. I started into it, and I decided January 1st in 2024 I have to start my FE. One of my friend, he told me, "Hey, what's your preparation level?" I said, "No, I'm preparing on my own. I have the specification with me, so I'm going into that." And he told me that definitely it will take several years to complete your fundamental engineering. I surprised why it will take several years. Definitely the syllabus is very heavy. So you already almost you passed 20 years from your engineering. You need some support and guidance, he told me. Then I asked the suggestion to him, so he told me that why don't you join? I'm not canvassing you because I study for FE. I passed. I'm just conveying this to you. So Wasim is not going to give me any money for this. I'm just giving my sharing my experience. He told me. Then I said, oh, okay, that's a good idea. The same day, 11th January 2024, I joined in study for FE. Then I realized, so I'm little way behind the schedule. I have to step forward. I have to put a lot of effort. That's what my thinking on that day. On the same day, I started my studies in mathematics. So before that, I skipped one of the important thing. I just convey this syllabus and my schedule to my family. So that is a thing. First thing I did it actually, because they are 100% they are depend on me. So I told actually this is my schedule. So if I pass, this is going to happen. I clearly explained in their language because my son was 6 years old at that time. That's my second guy. And slowly I explained. So I'm not going to be here with you. I'm not going to lie down in the bed with you. So definitely it will take time. Give me a year. Definitely your papa will back with a PE certificate. Like that's what I told him. Though he's a kid, so every day, every night, he used to ask me, "Papa, will you come and lie down with me?" Every day, I become so upset. Oh, please don't ask all those things. I already explained you. Please give me a year. So every day, this was the my starting point. I first set up my family first, and I convey this message to my all of my friends because definitely I'm going to disappear for a year. I'm not going to attend any of your programs, any of your functions. Obviously, I'm not going to call you to my home for any functions or anything. So everything is going to be suspended for a year. I set up this thing. I conveyed this message to my friends, to my family, to the entire my society. So that is the first thing I did because I have to set my mind. So I'm going to. It's like a you know spiritual thing. So like a uh, some what I call like a 1 year. I'm not going to do anything. So I'm going to just focus on thing. So like a spiritual thing like that. That was my first step. Then slowly, you know very well afterwards what I did. And another thing. The second my thing is I told my mind, told my image, another image. I created an image who is going to study parallel with me. So I told him. So the second thing is you have to pass in very first attempt. Already I'm reaching 40 years in my age. So I told to myself, already you are going to cross 40 years. So you cannot keep on repeating writing your exams in FE or PE. So my set goal is I have to start. I have to clear it in a very first my attempt for FE as well as PE. So that was my second thing. And third thing, this is a self ego for me. So I took this ego. I just keep my ego to my mind. So I'm a master's in power electronics. So I set my ego. So you are a master's in one of the subject, right? So you should not fail it. Definitely you should pass. At the same time, I should be a role model to my sons all the time. Definitely I should not slip my go, right? So they are watching me every day. So if I ask, for example, I fail, right? If I ask my son to study, first you get it pass, then you come and tell us. So that may be the answer they may come because the recent days, the kids they grow up very much. So I want that's my third goal actually. So I want to be a good role model to my son. So that's how I started my journey.
That's amazing. Thanks a lot for sharing all the details. And having a little bit of a broader perspective for this exam preparation will allow you to motivate yourself. Because if the end goal is just to pass the exam, then you may get too fixated on just the end result, which is fine, which is the ultimate goal. But the way that you layered your exam preparation with some intrinsic goals, right? With some higher level goals, you setting an example for your kids, you reminding yourself that, okay, you've done masters, you should not fail it, and you're holding yourself to a higher standard. And then you being very clear minded about what it is going to take, the level of support that you would require from your family, from your kids, from your wife, from your social circle, and excusing yourself for a short period of time. Obviously, it's not forever. And then communicating that early enough in your preparation so that they have that expectation. And again, what can you expect from a 6 year old? I mean, the kid is going to be looking for that routine, that comfort and that ritual that you have. But at the same time, it is an undertaking that is going to, in the long run, even in the medium and short term, help you, your career, and eventually, obviously, your family. So that is very interesting and very practical and mature approach that you took there, Poornakumar. So let's talk a little bit about your FE electrical and computer exam preparation. Um Being about 20 years out of school, internationally trained engineer from India, haven't really gotten into the integration and differentiation and circuit analysis and KCL and KVL and learning that after 2 decades. How did you manage your exam preparation for FE electrical?
Sure. So actually, that's a interesting question. Definitely, I'm going to surprise you by my answers. So really, I really feel very elated on that because I set my mind saying that I'm going to become very strong in my basis. That's what I'm keep on motivating myself. Hey, Purna, so you're going to be very strong in your basics after your FA exam. So because I'm not an electrical engineer basically, so I'm electronics and instrumentation. So major of all electrical basics I skipped in my studies. That was the challenge I faced during my career all the way. In my interviewer asked this question: Hey Purna, we understood that actually you are a good engineer. By answering your questions, you worked well. So we are really happy about you. But our question is, will you able to contest with your other electrical engineer? In case of, because you definitely you're going to become a very big successful project engineer. At that time, you have to compete with the other engineer who is sitting opposite to you. So will you able to do that? He asked that important question and it triggered me a lot. So he's correct. I was a little, I'm not stable in my basis. That I know, but I answered to that question. So you are an employer, I'm an employee. So you are setting a goal for your employee, but I'm a real employee. So I have my career goals. So definitely, I'll become a good electrical engineer. Definitely, I will improve my basis in electrical engineering. That's what I told him. So this is my chance. So FEMP is my chance because I can answer through this exam. So if I pass, definitely I can. This is another way of answering their questions. That is what rolling in my mind, and I set myself definitely. So I have to study well. So that is what I said very first. Always I come up with some self analysis. I will analyze myself first. So where I am and where I'm sitting, where is my grasping power, where is my analytical power, analytical knowledge, everything. So I made that analysis and I set my goal. Okay, so you are very poor. That's what my analysis said. So you have to improve your analytical skills, observing capability, and everything, memory, each and everything. I already told in the interview, one of the interview, if the coordinates are 2 comma 3, so I used to write my notebook 3 comma 2. It's twisted. Then I understood. Oh, okay. So here I have to start. So I have to practice from the basis, each and everything. So that's how I noticed myself, and I decided to keep 3 months for the observation, and because each and every point, you believe me or not, every 20 minutes the video, I used to take 40 minutes to observe. Okay, so because that is very important point. So I spent a lot of time to observe myself. So keep practicing. So I'm just feeding all the information to my mind. Whether I'm going to remember, recollect or not, that is a second story. But I have to practice myself to sit down for 3 hours and listen some of the valuable videos and get into my mind. I try to. I'm not solving all those things. Definitely, I know very well. If I started solving immediately, definitely I will be demotivated. So whether Wasim, you remember or not, in my very first one-on-one, I told you. So it's very difficult, Wasim, for me to solve all the questions. I never get not even a single answer during my solving my problems. That I told you. But on the same call, I gave you one commitment. Definitely, Wasim, I'm going to solve all the problems in the right way. That is what the commitment I told you. At the time, same I kept in my mind. Oh, okay, I gave a commitment to Wasim, so I have to get it done. So that is how I prepared my uh, observation first, then preparation. So I spent almost 1.5 months to prepare left and right with all the questions. So many times I defeated, many times. So that was my approach. First, actually, I will do all the your practice problems. Then I will do the study guide. Then I will do the homework sums. This is how I improve my toughness, because your homework problems are the toughest one. So I will keep it at the end. So I'll go with your practice problems, study guide, and the homework problems. Then I will attend my mini exam. So this is my pattern for all the 17 subjects. So I followed for all the 17 subjects. Many I did well, but unfortunately, some of them I failed. Really failed, and I become so upset. Oh my God, I got failed. Then I used to practice myself again and again and again. So that's how I did for my preparation stage. Then the revision stage. Then I fixed my mind. Oh, okay. So here, so I'm going to do my first. If you see my notebook, I calculated from the backwards. So this is my exam. So I supposed to take my second practice exam by this date, first practice exam by this date. Then I have to do it that way. So that's how I prepared. But really, Wasim, I really struggled to gather all my memory and knowledge together as a one single exam. Really, I struggled very much. So I think I 4 to 5 times I make a revision. So to gather all my knowledge in a one spot, one point. Then I attended my first exam. I got failed badly. So I was so upset. Oh my God. Then my wife, she motivated me. Hey, don't worry. So already you are a dry wood. Don't worry. Pour some water. Make yourself ready for the next battle. So she motivated me very well. So then only I become cool down. Oh, okay, fine. I failed very badly. Then again, I did my second. After a week, I appeared to my second practice exam. I improved a lot. 15% I improved. Even then, I'm not touched that above average. My expectation was 75%. I'm not touched that 75%. I little behind that. Then again, this time my wife becomes so upset. Oh my God! Even second time you are not passed. How you are going to clear your exam? Then I motivated her. Don't worry. So because I know very well about me, so now I am into it. So I'm able to through it. Don't worry. Definitely I will clear the exam. Like that I told her. And believe me, I prepared for X. My toughness is X. I keep my tough because many times, as you mentioned in your online, hey guys, you're going to experience a very comprehensive exam. They will ask anything. So that triggered me, Vasim, really. So maybe the simple word from your mouth that triggered me. So he told a clear idea. So this exam is not so simple. Definitely, it will be a tough. So expect your most toughest exam in your life. So you told. Then I took, and he gave another one tip. So for that, guys, I suggest you keep your concept. Always go with your first principles. Always first principles. I kept in my mind. Okay, fine. But unfortunately, the exam day it became 3x. Believe me, definitely, I clear my 11 mathematics correct. So that so you always pointed us, right? So guys, keep your mathematics first. If you clear mathematics, you will get automatically your confidence level will be doubled. That happened.
Yeah, that's amazing. And the exams that you failed were the practice exams. You passed the FE electrical and computer actual exam in the first attempt, and you took the advice to heart. It's not easy to study with first principles. It's not easy to try and understand every single concept. It is, as I tell the students during the live class and when I onboard students one on one, that it is better to sweat during training
Yeah.
than to bleed in the battle, right? So you basically took a 3 round approach. The first time You're going through the course content, and you were basically not able to solve majority of the quizzes and practice problems, but you kept a mental note, and you also used, I assume, the progress tracking and the spreadsheet, everything, that support structure that is in the program. Then you basically went into the practice, the consolidation mode. You spent a month and a half on it, and then you did the practice exams, right? And this is how you were able to pass the FE electric and computer exam in the first attempt, despite being out of school for such a long time. Then you decided to dive into the P Power program without much break. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, the same day you got the results, you basically signed up for the P Power program. The P Power exam is a little bit different, a little bit challenging, although you adopted the same approach you were telling me before. But the exam is a little bit more challenging, despite the fact that a lot of your experience as a practicing engineer carries over, right? You have been working in consultancy and MEP environment. You've been doing big projects. You've been a layout designer. You've been working with equipment specification. You're a technical engineer, right? So walk me through, please, your P Power exam preparation journey, and what were the key milestones in your P Power preparation, and how did you adjust from FE electrical to P Power?
Yeah, that's another good question. So, really, I confused during my starting of my PE preparation because I set my mind, if you clear your FE, definitely you will clear your PE. That was my goal initially because you know almost 17 to 18 years I worked in this field. So I worked in and around. I faced so many technical issues, so I solved at the field itself. So I know a little bit. So that's what I thought. So okay, but a little confused by your initial the first day of your speech. You said P is so tough. A little bit confused on that point. So how to take this approach like that? Because this time is very important in my life. I have to clear this P in very first time because I already cleared a fee. So already I feed in my mind saying that if you clear a fee, definitely you will clear P. I should not defeat it on my own words. So that pressure started immediately. And also, the FE is super tough. So, so always my pressure level is increased 20%, already increased, because I'm going to experience another one more comprehensive exam. So if that is super tough, then definitely I have to clear that way. So it already always it's circling around in my mind. Oh, okay, if it's super tough, so you have to prepare yourself, keep yourself that level. So whatever I prepared, my mind used to tell me, no, not sufficient. No, not sufficient, because if it's super tough, you have to prepare yourself another super tough exam. So I prepared always. I expected a super tough exam. So that is my key point initially. But the same day I registered for PE, but I'm not able to continue because my family friend. So because I already committed, I thought, oh, okay, definitely I'm going to take 1 month rest. But after getting pass, so I'm not able to walk in the floor. I always flying in the sky. So I decided I can start immediately, but considering the family friend, I decided to take 1.5 months break in between. But this time I set my mind so very clearly, because that was the FE is not that much clarity, because each and everything is a trial and error method. But this time I have a handful of experience, so I know very much. I know very well what I'm going to do, what I have to do. So this time it's very clear. Actually, clearly it was in my mind. And last FE gave me one good lesson. So what I did, I have not followed reference handbook. So I'm telling this to the young guys. Very first day, you start your preparation along with your reference handbook. This was indicated by my wife. She told me, "Hey, what are you doing? You are rolling your notebooks every exam. That is not correct. So will you able to?" She asked me this question. So will you allow to take your notebooks into your exam? I said no. Then why you are always rolling your notebook? So which is in your hand? You practice with that way. So she told me that was a wonderful advice to me. Then I started practicing my reference handbook only on last 15 days. So that is a very big mistake I did in the FE electrical. But this time I decided, okay, I should not do any mistakes in this time. I have to prepare very first day, whatever is required. So that clear vision was there during my PE preparation. So that's how I started actually for my PE preparation. Same way I prepared for observation, and 1.5 months I did my preparation, but another 1.5 months I did my revision. So altogether I put my revisions. So that's how I prepared my PE power. But I keep myself pressurized. So that's another thing. Always I prepared overthinking and over preparing myself. Believe me or not, every time I'm not seeing my formulas into the reference handbook. I started prepare on my own. I thought this formula may not be there in the reference handbook. Then I tell, oh my god, this is there in the reference handbook. Why I have to think this much? So this is because of you, Wasim, actually. Because I surprise myself. I'm not seeking for any help. I'm preparing my formulas on my own. Okay, so they are asking this one, then I have to prepare my formulas and everything, and it worked well. So many times it happened in um, induction machines and synchronous machine. So I never look for formulas for the reference handbook. I prepared on my own, and I realized, oh, okay, I'm wasting my time. So better I can go into it and I can take that. So that's how I prepared. Same way, I expected a super tough exam, but exam is not much tough, but it is a comprehensive exam. But I prepared myself much. So that's how I can tell.
Amazing. That's really impressive, Poornakumar. You carried forward all the best practices that you learned from FE Electrical and improved on some of the mistakes that you made. For example, lack of use of reference handbook throughout your preparation. And the funny thing is that for the P Power reference handbook, there are a lot of things that are missing in the reference handbook, so it's not necessarily the best guide, anyways. But you basically improved upon your approach, and then further, try to make your exam preparation more effective and more efficient. How did the program help you for both FE Electrical and P Power? Like, if you were to try and do it on your own, how difficult your exam preparation would have been, and what are the areas where the coursework for FE Electrical, the coursework for PE Power, the on-demand lectures, the quizzes, the mini exams, the homework assignments, and the live training, detailed explanations of the live training, computer simulated practice exams, how much they fast tracked your preparation and how they assisted even the explanations and the detailed step-by-step breakdown of the concepts?
Really, actually, definitely I'm going to praise you here. No, why? Because if I tried myself, right? So definitely, as my friend said, definitely it would have taken me several years to complete my FE, to understand the syllabus, to break down into the syllabus, and so that itself will take much time. And second thing, always your materials are like a over preparation material. So we never miss anything.
War preparation, you said?
um, and the video preparation, so or your ODVs in a highest level. So sometimes I scold you. See, this guy given hell a lot of videos in the computer area. My God, what he did! So like that.
26 lectures, yes.
But that
Computer
helped
networks.
me. That helped me.
Of course, I mean, that's the whole idea, that even if you're coming from a zero background in computer networks or any other topic for that reason,
Right.
right? My goal is to help you prepare for it. So you're saying that it would have taken you multiple layers if you had tried yourself.
What I'm saying is the curriculum is giving us, hey guys, I'm giving a extreme what is a careful concentration on your each and every part, right? I'm not missing anything, right? So as you many times you said, right, instead of going with a lightly prepared or under prepared, always go with the over prepared. So that will help in two ways. One is you're going to pass your exam in your very first attempt, and second one, it help to improve your basics. So that is very important, right? So that's how it helped your each and everywhere. That's what I told you. So I started my practice exam based on your ODV. Then I go study guide. I go homework assignment. It's a sequential manner. So I think other guys realize this one or not. I really don't know, but I realized myself. So another thing is mini exam, then practice exam. So that's how you framed your syllabus in that way.
That's how it's structured. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks a lot for the feedback, Poornakumar, and very detailed overview. I really appreciate it. And I can see how passionate and excited you are. And the way that you approach your preparation, you were being 100% honest with yourself, not deceiving yourself, not trying to talk yourself into this project by underestimating what is involved. From the get go, you realize how challenging it's going to be. And you took the advice of your friend, your mentor, your supervisor, I believe, at that time. And he had gone through my program and passed it in the first attempt. Again, a really smart guy. And in terms of your execution, you did not leave any stone unturned. I mean, you actually did above and beyond what I expect a typical student to do using my program. And no doubt, you passed both of these exams in a fairly short period of time, back to back in first attempts. And now the confidence that you have to take on other projects and getting recognized as a professional engineer in the US, and you've been here less about 5 years, give or take. So having achieved all of these credentials, or in the process of documentation or paperwork wherever you are, along that line, this is going to give you a lot of self-belief, self-confidence, and recognition, and that will hopefully propel your career even farther on a fast track. I can guarantee you that. So, really appreciate your time. It was great having you in the program, and I wish you all the best for your future career endeavors.
Really, thank you, Wasim. Actually, it is a relationship between, always you used to tell us, tell me and everyone, the relationship between you and us, it is more than it's a, what to say, it's a, we paid money to you. So that relationship, it is beyond that relationship. You are a real teacher. You never worried about, oh, okay, I'm charging this much money, then this is sufficient. You never shorten your hand.
Yeah, I enjoy what I do. So for me, teaching is fun, and along the way, I also learn. Especially in the P Power program, as you know, there are very interesting, detailed discussions. A lot of folks have 20 plus years of experience, 30 plus years of experience as well. And then there are practical, application based questions, things that we discussed in terms of real life applications and challenges that we run into. So it's a continuous learning process. So I enjoy it, and I do appreciate you recognizing the level of effort that goes into executing the program and providing this course offering to the students. Thanks a lot, Poornakumar.
Yeah, last one, and definitely, you never actually, definitely, because of what I felt, just I'm just sharing to you. When you start your PE preparation exam to us, right? You never doubted anything. So definitely, that confident, I watched you at that time. I noticed with you saying that definitely these guys definitely going to pass. But my aim is not that, not making them pass, right? My aim is something they have to learn that should help them for whole of their career. So that's what I noticed in your
For
first.
the P Power program,
Yes,
yes.
that's correct.
I know students are engineers are at that stage, that in terms of passing this exam, it's not going to be difficult. You guys are going to pass the exam because you're only one step away. So the goal that I try and set for my students is that look at this as an opportunity to actually learn the concepts. Look at this as an opportunity to brush up all the fundamentals of power systems engineering. And there are a lot of abstract concepts in power systems and P power, like grounding, fault analysis, power system stability, equal area criterion, power flow, protection. If you want to go in deep, right, with these concepts, it can be challenging. And that's the exciting stuff. That's what we basically aim for, right? Because once you operate at that level of understanding, questions on the exam or however way somebody asks you, it becomes so easy, right? So that's what they say. I mean, I'm probably not going to get this right, but it's like you aim for the stars, you land on the moon, or you aim for the moon, you land on the stars. One of those things. So if your goal is here, even if you land here and the expectation is here, you're still better off. It's not. I mean, it's not necessarily fun if you take it as only just the exam passing attitude, right? But then over time, when things start clicking in, it does become a lot more easier to take that learning mindset and approach. and you're still thrilled, right? I can tell you. I mean, anybody who's gone through this interview up until this stage, we are almost halfway, half an hour into it. You can still see that I can go on with this interview with one more hour with Poornakumar, right? So the fact is that it does make the exam preparation easier in a weird sort of way when you actually take an immersive approach, right? It's counterintuitive. It's very difficult to explain. The closest example I can give is that when you're working out, you are in pain in the short term at least, but it's very immersive experience, right? And then when you're done, you actually have a high, like a runner's high, right? So when you are actually running, you're pushing yourself, and then it's like your internal thought, the mind is telling you stop, 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 but then you keep on going past one milestone, 1 mile, 2 mile, 3 mile, 4 mile, 5 miles, right? And then the runner's high kicks in, right? It's something similar to that. So yeah, once again, thanks a lot for your time. Really appreciate it, Purna Kumar. And I look forward to being in touch with you and all of my students as part of my continuing education coursework that I'm preparing, advanced power systems courses. So we'll be in touch. Thank you.
Thank you, Wasim. God bless.
Thank you. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. On a weekly basis, I'm creating content for FE electrical and PE power exam preparation. I also discuss topics related to electrical engineering with a focus on power systems engineering. If you'd like to learn more about my FE electrical and PE power exam preparation programs, please visit my website, StudyforFE.com.